Well, I guess I'll explore and keep looking for fucking wolves, I guess. Wander this huge world and pray for wolves.
Approaching Stargate.
Thought I saw a player for a second. I was like, oh my god. Fuck was that? What was that sound? What is that? A springbok? Yeah, it's a springbok, but I need wolves, damn it. Well, now I know there's springboks way over here. This is the springbok area that they mentioned. There's no for Burnham sewers and
Autopilot jumping.
Uriel area. Let's just keep going that direction.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Hello. Goodbye.
Elder springbok.
Approaching Stargate.
It's very detailed and very beautiful. You can see there's so many holdings and crazy shit. Let's rest for a moment. I want to buy a pair of gloves.
Autopilot jumping. Hello.
Expose, Garrote, and Sinister Strike. Very good.
Farewell.
Expose.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Garrote. Okay. Very good. How much was that? That was 32 silver. Okay. That wasn't that bad.
Approaching Stargate.
And I feel I should just like roam until I can find an actual aggro mob. And this is why I always quit this game. It's like there's not actual mobs, not anywhere as far as the eye can see. I could walk all the way over there, but the question is why? Why should I walk all the way the fuck over there? There's nothing there. Man, I don't know. I think that over there is the lawless town. Across the basin. I don't think there's anything here. It's like so dumb. You can have fun around the town, but you can't like.
Autopilot jumping.
Damn, that guy lives down there. How do you like? How do you even like get there?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Oh, that could have been very bad. That is a strong ass fucking. That mob isn't going anywhere, is he? I don't think so. Damn, you strong.
Approaching Stargate.
Maybe I'll train him. Too difficult. Loot is too far away. What a fucking waste of time that was. Well, it wasn't waste of time, but I don't know. I got one glory for killing him. Like, this place is beautiful, but there's like the map is not accurate. There's no wolves here. I guess I learned. I learned what was here. I learned that there's a dungeon here. Maybe I should try. I guess I'll try the dungeon since I'm down here. See how bad those skeletons are. See if I
jumping.
can't get hella loot. I'm jealous of them who live out here by the dungeon.
Warp drive active.
Because they can just run on over to the dungeon. You know, it's a good place to live. It's weird because the direwolf area, the only place that could be is like in that little encircled area. The only place with stone anyways. Am I?
Approaching Stargate.
I'm getting closer though. It takes so long to get anywhere.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
I have what you're looking for.
Oh, wow. Oh, she won't buy heads? Come on. All she wants is silver. Oh. Damn it.
Nice talking to you.
This dark and darker shit.
Autopilot jumping.
First pull is two. Well, it's two.
Moving to
It's
Stargate.
it's
Warp drive
zombies, which is
active.
good. All right, we did our leather working. Now I'm up to. Oh my god! I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it's fine. It's kind of a like a direct loss, sort of, but not really. It's all the same, really. No, four of those points I needed, and I only made 9. So I lost 5 points, but that's fine. Next, we go to the leather trainer. There's the cooking trainer, but I don't think I've done any cooking yet. Yeah, I don't think I need the cooking trainer. But I do need...
Approaching Stargate.
Enchanting, general trade, tailoring, leatherworking. Gotta go up there and sell all that stuff.
What brings you here?
1 embossed leather glove, 5, and I'll get a moonglow vest. Okay, 5 embossed leather boots and 5 embossed leather cloaks.
A
Okay.
short enough.
Wow. Well, I have 71 silver. We could do that. I guess I could. It's XP. The skinning trainer doesn't want to teach me anything, but oh yeah, the leather training
How may I help?
trainer probably will.
Ishnu Allah.
Embossed leather pants, but
God
see,
is watch over
you aren't
you.
letting me go
Autopilot
higher than
jumping.
75.
Can I assist you?
Valdrin.
Very well.
Ah, there it is. Yeah,
Moving to
you've got to bump up
Warp
higher.
drive
Okay.
active.
So now what though? So next, I guess I vendor. Oh yeah, but she did want one glove,
Elun Adore.
4 embossed leather boots, 5 cloaks. 5 cloaks. That'll be 25 leather. Boots, which is 8 times 5 would be 40, so that's 65 leather. And 1 glove. Sorry, 1 glove. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25, and the boots are 5 times 8 is 40, so 65. And then the gloves I already have, so we'll set one of those aside. So I do need some leather, yeah, but that's good XP. That's like a 10th of a level. It'll
Approaching
be
Stargate.
10% or something like that.
Balloon be with you.
So yeah, so we sell across the board. Yep, and then I think salt is part of this. I guess I'll buy a stack of 20 salt, so I don't have any need of like that. I can definitely do what I need to do with that, like cured light hide and stuff. Yeah, we can sell those. I should keep them technically. Yeah, I guess I'll go do this. This is something I didn't remember. I don't remember quests like this, but okay. Go buy some leather. Like probably like blow like half this silver on leather and come back and make more leatherworking stuff. I don't really see why not. All that stuff's gonna give me nice skill up anyways, so might as well, you know, buy some leather. I have 14 of the 60 that I need, so yeah, so like that'll be good. That's, you know, so now all they need is yeah, like 3 stacks of leather.
Autopilot jumping.
Alright, let's do this.
Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Nice, he had a steel sledgehammer and a head and ichor. His friend didn't aggro. I wish I had a torch. Nice, free bandages is good. I really should have brought a torch. I had no idea. This place is so fucking dark. I wish I could take a torch from somebody. Oh man, am I gonna be able to find my way out of here? I don't know. Can't see his hands to fucking... Let's get your friend. So this is fun, but without a torch, no thanks. I don't know, this place seems a little bit more lit, but... Oh, am I here? Yeah, Stargate stations and belts. Yep. So, okay, station. Yep. So we'll say der. Okay. And so then we'll go to you. And
Warp drive
luckily,
active.
there's a lot of people here. So hopefully we're left alone. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm going to the auction house to buy leather. That's right. Ruined leather stacks for gold 60s is really cheap. We'll take it. We'll take it all. Should hopefully be enough. We'll go see. I want to keep buying all that light leather, I think, actually. I'm gonna wait for someone here and just see if somebody comes. Like, the music's good, but I prefer to hear someone coming. Frankly. Yep, and if someone comes, I'll stand up and I'll stab them. Yeah, wait, someone is in here. Oh, my pen is out of juice. There we go. Yeah, it looks good to me, except there's people here. The fuck? Well, I don't care. That makes it safer for me. I heard someone yell like they were fighting. Yep, I'm gonna keep buying all that room leather. That was all the cheap amounts of it. There, see? I'm just standing here. I'm ready to move and stab. They'll never see it coming. Here's me playing the game like how I wanted to play it when I started playing it. See what kind of loot we can come up on, get a set off them. I love hardcore now. It's just perfect. It fits the rotation so well. Okay, let's convert all that stupid ass leather. This was 40 leather. This was not enough. But I saved a lot of money on it. I want to go buy a torch. I like this place. I'm liable to come back. Torch would make it perfect. I like how it's dark. The brightness settings are a bit. See, isn't that it's either the backtrack of the dungeon, like the back soundtrack of the dungeon, or someone's here. See, there's zombies right there, and like. See, there is someone in there. Someone left their horse here. That's odd. I could gank him here as he was coming out. I wish I could get a damn, like, attack animal. There's zombies all around this place. I don't know. High performance is good. Ultra performance is good. Maybe we can try performance and just go step up a little bit. Oops.
Today I'll show you some insane ways to
Thank you, Guide MMO, for the excellent content for my stream. I'd like to sub to your channel.
raw gold as you level up your character. And by following this guide, then you will also secure yourself enough gold to instantly buy your level 40 mount by the time you reach level 40. If you wish to make a lot of additional gold, then I would highly recommend you to pick up skinning and winter all the leather that you find. Alright, so the first raw gold farming location takes place in Ashenwell at around level 18 or 19. Here I killed these ghost paw runners. They drop 2 grey items that renders for a decent amount of silver, and you also get meat that you can use for leveling up cooking. At around level 24, you could swap the Duskwood. Here there's also some wolves that you can slay, and they drop the exact same 2 grey items like before. But the reason why this location is even better is because there's also chest spawning locations and also different veins if you have to level up mining at the same time. At level 26, you could start killing these raptors in wetlands. The loot table also starts to get way better because both of these grey items renders for a decent amount, Before, there was an item that went out for around 1 silver and the other one 6. So the average silver that you will loot from each creature will also start to increase at this level. As a class with silence, kick or any CC abilities, then you could go to 1000 needles at around level 28. But before you visit this location, remember that these can also cast a range ability. So if you accidentally pull a couple of these and you need to run away, then there's also a high chance that you could potentially die. But overall, between level 20 to 30, there isn't that many great farming locations if it's going to be for raw gold without using the auction house. And to be honest, the gold that you make between level 20 to 30 isn't that high. However, this will all change at around level 30, and now it will definitely be worth it to do. And as long as you just do this between level 30 to 40, then you will definitely also have enough gold for your level 40 mount. Starting at around level 30, you could head to Strangleform Whale, and at this location you will find different pandas and tigers. The loot table are amazing, and the 2 grey items winters for a good amount. At least the whiskers, which is more than 7 silver each. The only
I got a
downside
gold.
is that these
Nice.
creatures are also a part of a quest, so there might be a high competition for these creatures. Therefore, I usually just go to Desolate instead and kill these scorpions. Not only is there less competition, but there's also way better loot tables. If you look at these grey items, both of them winters for more than 5 silver each. So definitely a better farm compared to the tigers and pandas in Strangleform. Like it wasn't enough, then there's even another useful creature at the very same area. These basilisks has loot tables with 4 different grey items, so whenever you kill one of them, there's also a high chance that you will at least get 1 grey item. The only downside is that this area is also far away from any Alliance starting zone, so you will need to spend a high amount of traveling time to get to this location. If you're getting bored of farming in Desolate, then you could always go back to Strangleform Whale and kill these gorillas instead. I usually start this farm at around level 32 and continue to 35. Remember to also kill any tiger or panda at the same time, else you will have too much downtime waiting for the gorillas to respawn. As a horde player, I would definitely not go to Strangleform Whale, but instead to Alldayerrydaybaby Mountains near Dalaran. Here you can find these elementals that drop so many different grey and white items that winters for a high amount. The only thing I wouldn't winter is the elemental earth. This is a material you'll need for many different professions, and if you at some point were planning to use the auction house or trade with people, then you can usually sell the elemental earth for a couple of gold. There's 2 downsides to this farm. Alliance players can't do this, and horde players will have to be aware of nearby casters. This is why I often just go to Swamp of Sorrows instead, when I reach level 35 at least. In Swamp of Sorrows, you can find these swamp jaguars, and to drop 3 different items that winters for a high amount. Here it also benefits you a lot if you have decided to level up skinning. The leather that I winter usually grants me around 3 to 4 gold for every single level that I do this. If there's all of a sudden a lot of competition, or if it's just getting boring, then you could always swap to Badlands instead. Here you can kill these coyotes. The loot table is pretty much the same as the jaguars in Swamp of Sorrows, at least if you look at the winter price. One big downside of this farm is that it's also far away from any horde starting location, so you have to spend a lot of time getting here, and it can also be quite dangerous. However, if you manage to get to Badlands, then make sure to also pay attention to any of these creatures. The Witch Hunters also has an amazing loot table, so you can always kill these or the coyotes when you're in Badlands. You can easily do this farm all the way up to level 40, and in Badlands there's yet another creature that also drops so many different grey items that you can winter right away. I will get back to this creature later in the video. Starting from around level 37, you could kill these exiles in Arabi Highlands. The loot table is the exact same as the creatures you could slay as a horde player in Alldayerrydaybaby Mountains, but this time these creatures can also be slain by Alliance players. This is such an amazing farming location that you can easily do all the way up to 42. And like I mentioned earlier, there's an amazing spot in Badlands as well. where you kill the same kind of creatures with the same loot tables. Just remember to keep the elemental earth if you're planning to trade with people or use the auction house. And remember to be aware of the level range of these creatures, because they're usually one level above the targets in a Refi Highlands. Therefore, I usually also go here when I'm level 38 or higher. At the southern part of Stranglethorn Vale, you'll find this area with these gorillas. They drop 2 items that I usually just vendor. And to increase the gold that you make, or well, the experience, then remember to also go to Booty Bay and pick up the quest where you need to slay these gorillas. If you have either been to Thousand Needles or Desolas, then you're also close to another zone, Ferellas. In Ferellas, you will find different bears you can slay, and the loot table is honestly amazing. There's even a decent chance that you will get a mace that you can vendor for more than 14 silver. You might also notice that I'm slaying the wolves, and that's basically just because 2 of these items vendors for 8 to 9 silver each. One of the biggest benefits is that there's next to no competition killing the different bears and wolves, and beside this, the grey items we can get from this farm also vendors for the most in this guide so far. However, there's yet another creature I would highly recommend you to also farm. It's these basilisk in Stranglethorn Vale. Outside, but also inside the cave, you'll find these, and the loot table are amazing. Vendering for anywhere between 6 silver and all the way up to around 13 silver each. And 2 of these items even vendor for more than 10 silver each. By this point, you should now also be level 40 and ready to purchase your mount. For more gold making guides, leveling methods, and other tips and tricks, make sure to check out the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace! Hello everyone, and welcome to my Hardcore Rogue guide.
Thank you, Guide MMO. I'd like to sub to your channel.
In this guide, I'll talk about the different talent trees that I use at low and max level, different tips and tricks, the professions, but also race I prefer to choose, macros, and a lot of other stuff. And I've also made a timeline, so you can easily skip to the part that you're looking for. As a rogue, there's 2 decent leveling builds. The first one is where you mainly spend most of your points in the combat tree. This is where you will also be using a slow main hand and a fast offhand weapon. So one of the biggest benefits of playing a combat rogue is that you don't have to open in stealth all the time. You can just run in, use the Sinister Strike, and slice and dice. And at around level 22, you will unlock Riposte. This will do a bit of damage, but also disarm the target for 6 seconds. Truly amazing in hardcore, because then you will also avoid a lot of damage. Another big benefit of playing combat is that you will unlock the talent Blade Flurry. This you can activate, and now you will be able to kill 2 or 3 enemies at the same time. However, there's also another fun build to try out if you level up a rogue, and that is to play as Supplity. Here you will mainly open up in stealth with either ambush or backstab. What makes this build so amazing for hardcore is that your first opener will pretty much also do 50% of the target's total health. Then you gouge, backstab, and eviscerate. And why this combo won't work is basically because as a Supplity rogue, your chance to crit with backstab and ambush is improved, and also the damage that you do. But the main reason why I like Supplity is because I feel like I have way more control, but also survivability options.
Me
The
too.
talent preparation allow me to reset all my cooldowns. So if I make a big mistake and have cooldown on my vanish, sprint, or evasion, then I can use preparation and use these abilities once again. Just remember,
I'm going
if you
prep.
use vanish,
Prep, yeah, prep. I always knew I was going prep, but yeah. Gotta pause and go to the restroom here, guys. Terribly sorry. I'll be right back.
and you take damage, then you will also break the stealth effect. So you need to make sure you don't take any fall damage or have any damage over time effects on you. So I guess this is also the perfect time for me to talk about the different tips and tricks and key abilities as a rogue. At level 8, you can train evasion. This will increase your dodge chance by 50% for 15 seconds.
An important thing to remember is that you can never dodge any attacks if your back is turned against the target. So even if you use evasion, make sure always to face the target, also when you try to run away. Another important ability as a rogue is gouge. This is an easy way to stop the target for a few seconds, for example if you need to eat a first aid or stop a cast. Gouge has a short cooldown, so it's also an amazing way to take down targets, for example to gouge, get some distance, and use a ranged weapon or throw. And every time you use this ability, you also gain 1 combo point. So eventually you will be able to have 5 combo points, and then you can use a kidney shot. Kidney shot is a stun you can use in combat, and the more combo points, the longer the stun duration is also going to be. Another ability that makes the rogue so insane is blind. This will cause the target to be disorientated for 10 seconds. One thing I like to combine together with blind is first aid. So while the target is disorientated, then I will also be able to heal myself for quite a bit. But in case this is still not enough, and I end up making some mistakes and I need to get away, then I can always just use a sprint to increase my movement speed. And like it wasn't enough, if I then accidentally pull even more enemies as I run away, then I can always just use a vanish. This will allow me to turn into stealth in combat, so I'll completely get out of combat and be able to survive. As a rogue, it's so important that you always track these cooldowns, but also the duration of your CCs. Therefore, I like to combine 2 different add-ons, Omni CC and Big Debuff. So now at the target portrait, but also at the nameplates, you will be able to see the CC and the duration. And at your action bar, there will now be numbers. These numbers indicate the remaining cooldown in seconds. So as a good rogue, you can easily control the fight even when you're fighting more than one target at the same time. Macros will definitely make this a lot easier, and therefore I will also share the ones that I use later in the video. So here's a quick trick you can do with your distract ability. If you're fighting a target and a patrol is about to get close to you, then you can always use your distract in combat. This will prevent the monsters from moving for quite a few seconds. In most cases, this should also give you enough time to finish off the targets and get back into stealth, so you avoid using your vanish. One thing I would also highly recommend you to do when you level up your rogue is to make sure you focus on getting some good weapons. For example, at level 10, you can go to many different vendors where you can purchase a white sword. Auction House will of course also be available on official Classic Hardcore, so maybe you might be able to pick up a weapon from there. Else, there's many different open world vendors where you can purchase green weapons. And in the description, I've added a link to a video with all the vendors that I use when I play hardcore. Remember also to level up lockpicking, so you can open up different chests, but also doors and gates that is preventing you from entering a certain dungeon. And remember also to do the different rogue quests, as these will reward weapons, but also new abilities of things that will improve your leveling. So what is the best profession to choose as a rogue? Well, you could either go with skinning and leatherworking, so you can craft new items, or you could go with herbalism and alchemy, so you can craft potions that will benefit your leveling all the way up to 60. Mining and engineering is an amazing way to improve your survivability, but as a rogue you already have so many different ways to survive. So in my opinion, you won't benefit as much from this profession compared to so many other classes. Therefore, I would probably pick up skinning and leatherworking, so I could craft the items that would benefit my leveling, but also the opportunity for me to sell the leather to the vendors and make gold from a mount.
Why would
So
you
what is
sell
the
the
best
leather
ways
to the
choose as each
vendors?
faction? As a horde player, I would either choose Orc or Troll. Orcs will benefit from Blood Fury, a cooldown you can activate to increase your attack power. Super useful when you need to burst down a target. But there's also a big downside. When you activate this, you also get a debuff that reduces your healing taken by 50% for 25 seconds. So if you for example need to use an emergency healing potion, well then this can also be so bad, because now you'll heal next to nothing, and this could cause you to end up dying in a dungeon or when you level up your character. Therefore, I believe Troll will be so much better of a choice if you just need to make it to 60, because you will benefit from berserkering, but you will also benefit from regeneration. This will increase your health regeneration and also allow you to regen health in combat. So when you for example kite around and CC a target, then you will benefit from the healing that you get over time. Undead is also decent, as you will be able to use your cannibalism. So you could, for example, kill the target, blind another target, and use cannibalism to restore a lot of health. But mainly, I would choose a troll over any other race. This is of course as long as you don't plan to play Alliance. As an Alliance player, I would probably choose human over any other race. This is because you will benefit a lot from the mace and sword specialization when you level up, but also at max level. Escape Artist as a gnome can be useful if you combine it together with a sprint so you can run away. But the thing is that you could always just use a vanish, as this will also remove any movement impairing effects and get you out of combat. Night Elf is not really a good choice, and Dwarf could be decent. The only thing that you benefit from really is the fact that you get Stone Form. So if you have any bleeds on you, then you can activate this and use your vanish so it doesn't break your stealth. I know there's some racial abilities that I didn't cover, but this is also because I believe it won't have a huge impact on your leveling, but also in hardcore, because some of these are mainly for PvP. Next up is the different macros that I like to use, and in case there's a macro that you prefer to use as a rogue, then make sure to share this in a comment below the video. So what I like to do is to use different kind of mouse over macros, for example from a gouge, blind, or pick. This allows me to not swap target, but easily CC another target at the same time. So all you need to do is just to mouse over a target and then use the macro. You might have tried this before. You either spam your stealth ability to get into stealth and then you accidentally break it, or while you're in stealth you accidentally hit the keybind and now you break your stealth. Don't worry, as you get closer to level 60, then you should also start focusing on becoming hit capped. This is 9% with your special abilities when you're behind a target. An easy way to get 5% hit is just to spend 5 talent points into precision in the combat tree, and 2 points into weapon expertise to increase your weapon skills. This is also why human is so amazing. You can also craft the Devil Saw set as a leather worker or buy this on the auction house. This is an easy way to get even more hit and crit. And when you reach level 60, then your talent tree should look like this in PvE, at least if you're going to use swords. If you prefer to use daggers, then your talent tree could look like this. Another important thing to remember to do is to level up cooking, because as a rogue you can craft the pistol tea, a consumable that will instantly restore 100 energy. So useful when you level up, but also at max level. This is why herbalism is also super useful as a rogue, so you can gather your own swift pistol. There's honestly so many different tips and tricks that will be useful in classic hardcore, and these I'll share on the channel anytime soon, so make sure to subscribe to get notified when I publish these videos. In the description
Swole Benji here to show you the fastest and easiest way to upgrade your gear as you level. I'll have timestamps pinned in the comments for easy navigation.
Thank you, Swole Benji. I have likes and sub to your channel.
Disclaimer, these are not the best upgrades. This is not a twinking guide. This is merely the fastest way to get meaningful upgrades on the cheap. Up the Monkey will fill gaps between upgrades or are sometimes the optimal choice for speed. If you plan to take it slow and grind dungeons or have a dedicated build to power through dungeons quickly, then this won't help you. This is for solo players who will mostly be grinding and skipping long, annoying quest chains, and those that wish not to gamble on pug groups to clear dungeons quickly.
Yep.
It would take hours to clear just the simplest of dungeons. Let's start with swords. Yes, swords. I've leveled using every weapon and every spec multiple times, and combat swords is the clear winner in speed and stress-free leveling. I won't be covering dagger or mace upgrades except one. At level 10, if you are ahead of the pack, or if layering isolates you, then do your rogue quest for Blade of Cunning.
Be careful. Elune Adore. May the stars guide you.
Cool.
Promise, bless you.
Otherwise, hit up Undercity, learn one-handed swords, then buy 2 cutlasses from the vendor. I'll be releasing a grind guide on how to be able to afford this item by the time you hit level 10. At level 14, buy a scimitar from the blade vendor. At level 20, you can find Torek patrolling the road in Ashenvale for the assault quest to get a slate metal cutlass. Or, at 21, just buy a longsword. At 31, you can buy the broadsword. Afford this item by the time you hit level 10. At level 14, buy a scimitar from the blade vendor. At level 20, you can find Torek patrolling the road in Ashenvale for the assault quest to get a slate metal cutlass. Or, at 21, just buy a longsword. At 31, you can buy the broadsword.
I love combat swords, yeah. But I gotta go to Stormwind to get swords. Which is so annoying. Could spend a couple gold on that when I get more.
At 45, you can do a very easy quest called Zack Giants in Faralas for Zorbans and Mega Slicer. Otherwise, just fill in your weapon with whatever is cheap. On fresh servers, when I know life the first week, I can afford to buy the top DPS weapons from the auction house several times over. I did a 1 to 40 run where I didn't upgrade my gear at all, and it took 2 extra days to hit level 40 with all the white and gray gear. If you spend smartly, you will have your mount money, and even then, if you're a dedicated mob grinder, you don't technically need your mount right away at 40 unless you are speedrunning to get to 60. Helmets. This kit is for meaningful, fast, and cheap upgrades. Use the auction house to fill your helm slot till 36 when you can get a Nightscape headband from a leather worker. At level 46, you can get an Undercity Reservist cap by doing a very easy and quick quest chain in Undercity to Hinterlands. It's too good not to pass up for how easy it is. Looks like a raggedy old aviator's helmet though. Now there's Helm of Fire from a leather worker. This can speed up grinding big time, but it can be pricey. You can fire blast your targets for basically a 5-point eviscerated damage every 15 minutes. Decent range, so you can snipe runners. Now there's a Wicked Leather Headband at 51 from a leather worker until you can farm your pre-bis from Strap-on. Check my Rogue Pre-bis speed farming video for more info on that. Necklaces. Sorry, the only options are of the monkey greens. No quest chain or dungeon is worth the time investment for such meager upgrades. Most are overpriced, but if you can snipe a good deal, go for it. I always suggest of the monkey because stamina plays a major role in surviving mobs with strings of bad luck. I've done many leveling practice ones where I stack agility and strength, ones where I stack spirit, etc. The ones that I performed the most optimally were going for agility and stamina. You will die less, you will survive more PvP fights, and you will level up faster. Don't bother stacking spirit. The regeneration is marginal, and it doesn't really help you daring a fight. Ideally, you'll be killing mobs every 20 to 30 seconds and only have 5 to 10 seconds of downtime between pulls anyway. Shoulders. At level 30, barbaric shoulders from a leather worker. Nightscape shoulders at level 37, also from a leather worker. But it's harder to find a leather worker that knows this. Flesh Hide Shoulders from Razorfin Downs. I know I said I won't mention Linkley Dungeons, but Razorfin Downs can be speed cleared and many warriors will be running this for optimal experience and launch. Do note that most warriors will be rolling meat on this, and in one of my 1 to 40 test runs, I never won a roll on it in 15 runs, so do run with caution. Chest armor. Get a fine leather tunic at level 12 from Leatherworkers. Get a Quill Ward harness from Razorfin Downs, or buy one off the auction house because it is buy on equipment, that's where they drop. If you don't manage to get one, use a Nightscape tunic, also from Leatherworkers at 36. Finally, while farming for your Barman Shanker in Blackrock Depths, the bartender can drop a Mixologist's tunic on you. For gloves, you want a Deviant Scale gloves at level 16 from Leatherworkers. You can get Red Welt gloves at 19 from Leatherworkers. This is like a free damage proc at this level. Very good for mowing down mobs fast. Barbaric gloves at 25 from Leatherworkers is also pretty good. In your 30s, there's a quest in Desolace I recommend called Centaur Bounty that gives braced handguards. At 41, you can use Gauntlets of the Sea from Leatherworkers that gives a surprise emergency heal, like in dungeons, PvP, just someone you happen to walk by, you name it. It's really cool to save like a tank or someone in a PvP fight with these. It's very fun. Get it for the fun factor. You'll make some friends with this. Someone about to die while grinding, give them an instant burst heal. The downside is if you use these on yourself, you'll drop combo points. Now in vanilla, I had a macro to avoid this, but without beta access, I can't script a workaround for classic. At 47, pick up Wicked Leather Gauntlets. Alright, for bracers, at level 20, you can buy wolf bracers or bear bracers from Vex Spindle in Barrens at Ratchet. Inside the Blatant Chain store, stand with your back against the bank, look to the right, and it's across the road. If you aren't playing exactly on launch, pay a stealth character to kill Fairbanks in Scarlet Monastery Cathedral? How do you say this?
You don't know how to say
Branded
cathedral?
leather bracers. At 48, get Wicked Leather Bracers from a Leatherworker.
Fucking nerd.
For belts, skip getting the Deviant Scale belt. They're far too expensive and not worth the stats. Get a dark leather belt from Leatherworkers at 20. Get a gem-studded leather belt at 32 for a fun self-heal. Combined with the gloves, potions, health stones, you can really be annoying for someone to kill in PvP. You can make Twitch streamers see that all your self-heals. That alone is worth the investment. You can always swap the belts off if it's on cooldown. Same with the gloves. Get a Dusky belt at 34 from Leatherworkers. Once you go engineering, you are going to go engineering, right? You later turn this into a Gnomish Harmony Prevention belt, which is about a 500 damage shield. At level 55, get a Wicked Leather belt from Leatherworkers if you still haven't gotten around to getting your free best yet. For your legs, get Stalking Pants at level 21. You can buy this from a secret vendor in Durnhold Keep. This is where you should be anyway at level 21, just to be honest, if you're not skipping Tarnmill. Or you can get them from Nizik in Stone Talon Mountains at 29. Get a Barbaric leggings from a Leatherworker. Pick up Nightscape Pants at 41, also from a Leatherworker. And at 53, of course, get your Wicked Leather Pants, of course, from a Leatherworker. For boots, at level 13, get Sable Boots from Alexandria and Silverpine, the Leather Armor Merchant. Limited quantity, so be quick. Get Swift Boots at level 35 for a free sprint every hour. I slap these bad boys on when I'm racing someone to a mining node or I need to sprint up to a player while in stealth while still having sprint for the actual fight. Get Dusky Boots at 35 from a Leatherworker. Not a lot of options for capes. At level 13, get a Deviant Scale Cloak. Other than that, no quest or dungeon is worth doing. Everything from vendors is way overpriced to what you'll find compared to the auction house, so just get an Of the Monkey for your level as they'll be far cheaper. Alright, for rings, get an Inventor's League ring around level 30. It's labeled as a group quest, but you can easily kite the Panther to the nearby camp and let the NPC tank it. I was able to solo this every time with any spec, even in all grays. Also, if you're playing on a fresh launch, lots of players will be around who can help. Other than this ring, just snipe good deals off the auction house. Nothing in the early levels is worth target farming through dungeons or spending lots of cash on. Alright, so trinkets. There's no trinket worth investing time into daring your grind to 60. Basilisk Eye is worthless. Tidal Charm is going to be camped forever by everyone at all times, probably for the first 2 years, okay? So don't even go for it. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time. Ankh of Life at level 40 is worth healing 2 autos from a mob, and it's usually overpriced. But if you can find a good deal, go ahead and get one. I skip Badlands, so I don't really plan to pick up a nifty stopwatch, but if you want to do that, hey, that's great. That's just another sprint for you. Combined with the boots, you can run your butt off. Carrot on a Stick is not worth it until you're doing serious PvP, and you have an epic mount anyway. Besides, it's really easy to get once you're already 60. Just go run and blow the boss. You can solo that boss. You don't even need a group. Uther's Strength, if you can get it on the cheap at 47, which absorbs a few auto attacks every 5th mob. It's pretty decent, but don't spend a lot of money on it. If you want even more self heals, get a Lifestone, but these are really expensive, and every tank on the server is going to have their guild buy them this for free raid. For your ranged weapon, stat sticks are not worth it while leveling. What's more important is securing mob tags. Stick with throwing weapons, as you can stealthily tag mobs before the mage's frostbolt hits them, giving you a fast heal. If you try to switch to a bow or a gun during leveling, your ranged tags will almost always miss until you level up your weapon, and you're going to waste a lot of time. Just buy whatever throwing weapon you can from the vendor until level 6. Once you've leveled, check out my pre-best speedrunning guide for the next step in your career. Also, if you like this video, show your rogue friends and see what they have to say about it. Also, I'm trying to find like-minded players who love ganking, corpse camping, and other general PvP activities to play with. So join the Swole Squad Discord. We have a few people in there. Check it out if you want to play some video. If you want more rogue-related content, subscribe, as I'm not big enough for the algorithm to recommend me to you every time you reload the page. I'm hoping this channel gets big enough one day to have lots of people to do epic things with, create lots of gamer moments, memories, and maybe even save myself from this downward spiral of being homeless. If I can't make it in 7 years, this will be the last you hear from me, so let me know what kind of rogue stuff you want to see next. Be a bro and stay swole.
I am honored. May the stars guide you.
At 40 silver, I wouldn't mind looking for I'd like to take a look at a pair of gloves, maybe. Anything with Agi. Gloves of the Fang for 63. It's got 3 agility on it. It's good, but here's 2 agility for 30. Inscribed leather gloves. I could almost reach them myself. 18 silver seems pretty steep. But it's still cheap. It's still cheap in the scheme of things. I'm going to buy it because it just helps. I'd rather buy the gear and feel like I try to stay alive than, you know. Yep, and I'll make a armor kit.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Peace be with you. Denades. Ishnuala. Go in peace.
Warp drive active.
Aggro.
Nice.
Aggro. 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 Aggro.
I like the ranged battle. I actually really do. It's so addictive. Getting skill up off that because he's low, I guess. It's alright.
Aggro. 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 Aggro.
The asteroid is depleted.
Aggro.
Nice, that was almost a gold for just chopping trees. Sweet. And it passed the night. I'm waiting for the night to pass. It's fucking... Yeah, what's that? Like, doesn't the, oh, man, look at all this crap. I better get out of here.
The asteroid is depleted.
See what I have for you. Please come again.
Good morning, number 2. What's up? I don't know. See, the frames are just...
Warp drive active.
See, changing it, like, messed it up. But I'm gonna try... Oops, I'm gonna run in there and relog this game. Memory leak when I change the settings. I'm trying to get better settings. Yep, I did memory leak when I changed the settings. Yep, that's alright.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh, I have ray traced shadows on. That's probably part of it. Oh yeah, that's much better. Unread mail. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's like Blubber Gump, I think, or something. I forget. Oh yeah.
Aggro. Aggro.
Aggro.
God damn it, you keep leaking again. It's annoying. Oh. See, but still, the client's got issues. God damn it. See, like, you are dropping frames. You've memory leaked or something. God damn it. It feels like you're gonna fix and then you don't. So I can tell because of this. You have memory leaked and you're so annoying. This client does not play well with others. It's so annoying. There's my frames back after you don't have that terrible memory leak. Try 12 again. better.
Aggro.
Oh my god.
Aggro. 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 Aggro.